Hello and welcome to another edition of Tight End Talk. We have a special edition today. I'm joined by new Holy Trinity Principal, Mr. Jim Grillo. Mr. Grillo, thank you so much for coming on.
Patrick, thank you for having me. Glad to be here.
Now, this was a little bit of an exciting interview. For me as an alumni, it was great to see you get the job because I'm a Holy Trinity alum, like I just said. I also went to St. Francis College where I got to get to know you a little bit. But going into how you got to Trinity, what were some of the things that attracted you to the job?
You know, it was really interesting. As this opportunity presented itself and I really started investigating more about Holy Trinity as a school and some of the people that are involved in it, immediately I was just drawn to the affection that so many people had for their community. Titans are fiercely loyal. They are so incredibly proud of what their school is to themselves and their families and to the wider community. And I really thought that would be an amazing thing to be a part of. My own experience in Catholic education from kindergarten through graduate school, really one of the greatest blessings in my life. And I can relate to people who say, you know what, Holy Trinity meant so much to me. It shaped me into the person that I am today. So being able to come to a place like this and be a part of that for others, I think was really an awesome opportunity. And I'm very grateful that this is where God decided I needed to be right now.
You touched that you were educated in the Catholic school system pretty much your whole life. How has that impacted you?
You know, I think there were a couple of ways. First of all, is the reliance on our faith and making sure that we're grounded and centered in who we are as people, and that's simply because of our relationship with the Lord and being made in the image and likeness of God and being able to recognize our own unique dignity and that of everybody around us. Really an important piece for my life. And I can remember a teacher that I had way back in elementary school in Brooklyn saying to me, and not just to me, but to our class, you know, the cross on the front of the building, that's not just a decoration. It means something. And what we stand for, what we believe in, what we do on a daily basis in terms of educating the whole person, right? Our minds, our bodies, our spirit, everything about us, really, really significant. And I know that my own life would be vastly different had I not had the blessing of a good Catholic education and really my entire family experience, those people closest to me, all sharing those values and then being able to live out those values on a daily basis.
And you're doing that in your home parish. You serve as a Eucharistic minister and a lector. And can you just speak to the importance of giving back to the community and serving your parish community?
Yeah, without a doubt, it's really a good experience for me. My home parish in Brooklyn, and also you know, my school parish when I was at St. Edmond, and now here at Holy Trinity, to be able to be more than just a teacher or an administrator, but really to have an active role in parish life. As you said, as a lector, as an extraordinary minister of Holy Communion, being involved in retreat programs and sacrament preparation classes and things like that, outreach and service projects. It's just an opportunity to create invitations for passing on the faith, for being able to recognize who we are, where we are, and why we are here. A phrase that I like to use, right? You know, who we are, where we are, and why are we here? And at the end of the day, I really believe that we're here to make things better for others. We're here to help people. We're here to be of service to others. You know, the Lord has given all of us great gifts and talents, and I know I'm incredibly blessed with what I've been given, and so to be able to use what I've been given for the community, whether it's in my parish, in my school, athletics, or arts, or whatever it might be, really something that I take very seriously, and it's a responsibility that I'm honestly very happy to be able to fulfill.
Before coming here, you're the athletic director at St. Edmond's in Brooklyn. How was that experience, and what did you learn from being the athletic director over there?
You know, my time at St. Edmond was great. A lot of wonderful people. That's the school that I went to. I went to St. Edmond Prep High School, and to be able to go back there as a teacher, director of athletics, department coordinator, campus ministry, and all the different things that I've done there. Uh, a tremendous opportunity with some really good people. But I think if I had to put my finger on one thing, it's this notion that everything is interconnected. Nothing happens within a vacuum. And certainly when you talk about a school community, absolutely everything matters to everything. It's whether we're talking about facilities, whether we're talking about academics, um, performances, games, faith experiences, it really doesn't matter what it is. Everything kind of comes together, and the students have those same experiences. The kid who is having a really tough time in the physics class might be the same kid who's got a chance to take the winning shot in the basketball game, and might be the same kid who's going to be playing first trumpet in the concert. And those experiences impact them all differently. So I think my greatest lesson from my time at St. Edmond is that we're all in this together, and everything that we do, what I did as in the athletic office very much affected the kids' experiences in the classroom, very much affected the teachers, and so on. So that's certainly something that I found to be important and significant.
On top of working as an athletic director and a teacher, you also had a couple of jobs on the side where you showed your love of sport, where you're an umpire in the Can-Am League, Division 2 and 3 basketball ref, and another cool experience where you're able to work a lot of basketball games at the table at the Barclays Center and watch that up close and personal. How has your love of sport impacted your life and your journey?
I've kind of been from my earliest memories, I've kind of had these three different passions, if you will. I've been very involved in academics, and always been a relatively bright person, and have enjoyed school from a student perspective, and then obviously from a teacher perspective. I've been an athlete, not a terribly good one, but have loved being around sports and being involved in athletics, and also been very much involved in performing. I played the drums growing up, did a lot of acting when I was younger. So really those three unique experiences all kind of came together, all under the umbrella of my faith and my family. And part of the reason why I was drawn to Holy Trinity is because those are three things that are very important here. It's the academics, it's the athletics, and it's the arts. So some of the things that I've been able to do in my own life as the commissioner of the CHSAA Baseball League for the Diocese of Brooklyn, last season, as a statistician and clock operator for basketball games at Barclays Center, and really a bunch of college games over the last almost 20 years now. Being an umpire, Division I, independent professional baseball, refereeing college basketball, being able to be on stage in a number of different performances, and when in my younger days to go out and play gigs with the band and things like that. All of those different experiences have done a number of things, and one of the things that they've done is they've opened up doors for me to meet different people. And it's amazing, as I said before, how everything is connected. Somebody who I knew playing music with when I was a teenager, all of a sudden now winds up being somebody who is working behind the scenes at Barclays Center, who winds up being the parent of somebody who's going to a Catholic school, who winds up being a player on a team in a league that I'm organizing, things like that. So it's that idea of relationship building, and you never know who you're going to meet and who you're going to run into, and how these things all kind of come back together. So I'm very blessed with the path that God has laid out for me. I've had a lot of fun along the way, and I look forward to continuing that. Certainly, I've learned a lot of great lessons from my involvement in sports in particular, teamwork and dedication, and really accountability, and how what you do matters, no matter how insignificant it might be. I joke with people that the highlight of my baseball career was being asked to warm up the starting pitcher in the bullpen, which is probably one of the things that led me into umpiring. But when you think about it, that is an important role in the game, because if the starting pitcher doesn't get to warm up, the game doesn't go off the way it's supposed to. So that we all are able to use whatever we have and whatever role we're given and find ourselves in, we can all do something positive there.
Now the school year is coming up. What are some things you look forward to as your first year as Holy Trinity principal?
I guess the biggest thing I'm looking forward to is being able to actually meet and interact with the students. Um, the whole reason why I got into education, why I think just about everybody who's in education does it, is because of our students. It's that desire to want to impact young lives, to be able to give back, to be able to accompany them along their journey of self-discovery, of recognizing who they are as a child of God and those wonderful gifts that they have been given, and how am I going to use those gifts in the greater world, right? So really, to be able to meet some of these kids that are titans, that are now students here, tremendous. Really looking forward to that. Looking forward to working with the faculty on a day-to-day basis, and together forming those relationships, building those bonds that really do last a lifetime. I'm sure you're not alone when you talk about your experiences at Holy Trinity, and you remember different things, whether it was running cross country with Mr. Muller, whether it was doing stuff in the gym for a basketball game, whether it was a particular lesson in a class that stuck with you. But really, it's probably more the experiences and the people than any one particular moment in time. So being able to be a part of that is something I'm very much looking forward to.
You mentioned Holy Trinity was truly a special time, place, and spirit for me from my cross-country career, to forming the person who I am and leading me over to St. Francis, and where I'm working now as an SID and very involved in my parish. And that was because of Catholic education. As Holy Trinity, how important do you feel like the future of Catholic education is in today's world?
Oh, geez, if you take a look at what's going on, just, spend 3 minutes watching the news or scrolling through your news feed on social media, or open up a newspaper, those things still exist, the real newspapers, right? It's amazing what's happening in the world. And with all the challenges that are out there and all of the divisiveness and all of the struggles that people go through, you can't help but wonder, well, why? Why is all of this happening? And I think it's a really good opportunity for us to look at things with eyes of faith, right? And we know that out of challenge comes opportunity. And certainly in this world of COVID, what school is going to look like in a couple of weeks, it's going to be different from what people are used to. And if you look at some of the things that are happening around the world, and certainly in our country, big hurricane coming through the Gulf Coast just in the last 24 hours, causing all sorts of damage there, dealing with all sorts of civic unrest as people around the country grapple with who they really are as individuals, and how society views them, and how they view their society, and so on. You look at a presidential election that is looming large. You look at the economy trying to bounce back and find its way after the last number of months. All of those things can certainly weigh on people, and they can be stressful, and I'm sure that's true for you, and it is for me, and I know it's got to be very interesting for our students. So you know what better time to have the support and the love of a Christ-centered educational community, a place where young men and women can walk in, be accepted and be validated, and know that they are loved as unique individuals, imperfect because we all are, and trying to kind of follow along on that journey, figure out and discern that path that God has put out there for us. It's really important and really critical. Young people, they need to be listened to. They need to be heard, right? They need to be informed. They need to be supported. They need to be protected. They need to be cared for. And certainly in my own experience, and Pat, I think you would agree with this, within Catholic education, within Holy Trinity, within St. Francis College, within St. Edmond Prep, within the Diocese of Rockville Center, within our parishes, that needs to be a reality. And as the principal here at Trinity, it's my commitment to make sure that is. Everybody that is coming into this family, anybody that is in this family, needs to know, again, who we are, where we are, and why we are here. And this idea of being able to minister to our students and their families this year probably in a way unlike others, you know, whether we're dealing with issues related to COVID or the economy, parents' employment status, social issues, neighborhood problems, all manner of things that our students are going to bring to the table and their families, many of which we may not even know. But yet to be able to meet our students where they are and accompany them along that journey so they can find out where it is that they want to be, and then be able to provide those resources and tools to help them along that path. Again, just an absolute blessing. And to be able to do that in a Catholic way, in a very honest and forthright way, recognizing everyone's dignity and everyone's value. Again, just something that I'm incredibly proud to be a part of.
Mr. Grillo, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me and share your vision and your experiences with the Holy Trinity community. I wish you best of luck on this upcoming school year. Before I conclude, is there anything you would like to add?
You know, PMAC, I got to say thank you for giving me this opportunity. There have been so many great Titan people that have come up to me and emailed me and called me and sent me messages on social media about just welcoming me to Holy Trinity and what a great place it is. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how Holy Trinity and really the people of Holy Trinity wind up impacting my own life and my own family. Because as I've seen how so many people have positive experiences of their association with Holy Trinity, I know that that's going to happen for me and my own family as well, and I'm looking forward to that. So thanks for taking the time this morning to speak with me and for letting me you know, tell a little bit more of my story and maybe let some people know who Jim Grillo is just a little bit more. So I really appreciate that. And I'm looking forward to continuing being able to do things like this with you periodically, and certainly to continue as this school year becomes closer and closer and we really start to open our doors again and do what we're meant to do. And that's provide a first-rate quality Catholic education to those students and those families who we are so blessed to have put their trust in us.
Thank you, and I hope to see you on campus soon, or if not, anywhere else I run into you during the year. Have a good day.
All right. All right, PMAC, be good.